Hello there, and welcome. This time is just for you. A soft, quiet moment to relax, to let go, and to simply be. As you settle in, allow yourself to find a comfortable position. Perhaps you're lying down, feeling the gentle weight of your body, supported by the surface beneath you. Or maybe you're sitting, cradled by a favorite chair, as if it's wrapping you in warmth and calm. Wherever you are, this is your time to rest, to listen, to drift. Let's begin with a breath. A slow, steady inhale, feeling the coolness of the air as it enters, filling you with calm and ease. And as you exhale, let it carry away the day, the noise, the tension, the weight of it all. Just let it go. Feel your shoulders soften, your jaw loosen, your body becoming heavier with each passing moment. Another breath now, soft and deep. As you breathe out this time, imagine all the thoughts in your mind beginning to fade, like ripples in a still pond after a pebble has been tossed. With each breath, the ripples grow fainter. The water grows calmer until it becomes perfectly still. And now, as your body rests and your mind quiets, imagine a soft, winding path opening up before you. Perhaps it's a path lined with tall, whispering trees, or a trail through a wide open meadow where wildflowers dance in the breeze. Let your mind take you there now. Feel the ground beneath your feet, soft and steady. Hear the sounds of nature around you, the rustle of leaves, the distant song of birds. This path is yours, and it's leading you to a special place, a place where a story is waiting, ready to unfold. So let yourself wander along the trail, step by step, sinking deeper into this peaceful space until the story of the garden of letting go, a journey to inner peace, begins to rise around you. Once, in a far-off village, nestled between rolling green hills and a sky that seemed to stretch forever, there lived a woman named Mira. Mira was known for her strength. She carried everything, every worry, every regret, every mistake she'd ever made. If there was something heavy, Mira would carry it, slung across her back in a great, unwieldy pack. The pack was filled with stones. Each stone had its own name. There was one called guilt, one called fear, and another called hurt. There was a stone for what could have been, and another for what should have been. Some stones were small, barely noticeable, but others were so large they pressed into her shoulders, cutting deep. And yet, Mira never let them go. She'd convinced herself that the stones were hers to carry, that holding on to them somehow gave her control over things that had already passed. But over time, the pack grew heavier. Each year, new stones would appear, and Mira, without question, would add them to the load. One day, while walking through the village square, Mira's foot caught on an uneven cobblestone, and she stumbled. The pack shifted violently, pulling her backward. As she lay there, looking up at the sky, a voice broke through her frustration. "You could let it go, you know." Mira sat up sharply. The voice came from an old man sitting nearby. He was weaving a basket, his hands moving rhythmically, as though they'd done this 1,000 times before. "Let what go?" she asked. "The stones," he said simply, not even looking up from his work. Mira frowned. "I can't let them go. They're mine." The old man chuckled softly, his voice as steady as the breeze that drifted through the square. "And what did they give you, these stones of yours?" Mira opened her mouth to answer, but no words came. She thought for a moment, then muttered, "It's not that simple." The old man nodded, his hands still weaving. "It rarely feels simple, does it? But sometimes the things we hold on to aren't holding on to us. Sometimes we're the ones doing all the gripping, all the clinging. And sometimes all it takes to be free is the willingness to loosen your hand." That night, Mira couldn't sleep. The old man's words echoed in her mind. The willingness to loosen your hand. And so, as dawn broke, Mira did something she hadn't done in years. She left the village and climbed the steep hill that overlooked it, her heavy pack strapped firmly to her back. At the top, there was a lone tree, its branches twisting and curling against the sky. Beneath it was a bench, old and worn, but sturdy. She sat down, feeling the weight of the pack pressing into the small of her back. For the first time, she opened it. The stones glittered in the morning light, each one uniquely shaped, uniquely flawed. Her fingers hovered over the stone called guilt. It was rough, jagged, and cold to the touch. She turned it over in her hands, feeling its edges. What would happen, she wondered aloud, if I let this one go? As if in answer, a soft breeze whispered through the branches above her. Mira closed her eyes, took a deep breath, and placed the stone on the ground beside her. She waited, half expecting the earth to shake, for some part of her to crumble. But instead she felt lighter. As days turned into weeks, Mira began visiting the hill more often. Each time she brought her pack, and each time she opened it, examining the stones one by one. Some were easier to release than others. The stone called what could have been, clung to her hands, its edges sharp with longing. But eventually, she placed it on the ground, alongside the others. The stones began to form a small pile beneath the tree, their jagged edges softened by the passing days. And Mira began to notice something curious. With each stone she let go, the world around her seemed to grow brighter. Colors she hadn't noticed before came alive. The air smelled sweeter, fresher. But one stone remained, the heaviest of them all. Fear. It was larger than the others, its surface smooth and dark as night. One evening, as the sun dipped low on the horizon, painting the sky in shades of gold and crimson, Mira returned to the hill for the final time. She placed the stone called Fear in her lap, tracing its surface with her fingers. "What are you afraid of?" a voice asked softly. Mira turned to find the old man standing beside the tree. "Of what will happen if I let it go," she admitted. The old man smiled. "And what will happen if you don't?" Mira closed her eyes, the weight of the question settling over her. She didn't have an answer. And so, with trembling hands, she placed the stone on the ground next to the others. As she rose to leave, something remarkable happened. The stones beneath the tree began to glow softly, their light blending and swirling together. They rose into the air, one by one, until they dissolved into the evening sky, becoming stars. And in that moment, Mira felt something she hadn't felt in years. Freedom. You see, sometimes the burdens we carry aren't meant to be held forever. Sometimes they're lessons meant to teach us something before we set them down. And when we do, we find that life isn't as heavy as we thought, that there's beauty waiting on the other side of release. And as you rest now, you might begin to wonder what stones you've been carrying and what it might feel like to loosen your grip. For now, though, just let yourself rest. Let the lessons of Mira's story settle gently, like seeds in a quiet garden, waiting to bloom when the time is right. Because letting go, after all, is where the real journey begins. Welcome, dear one, to the sacred moment of rest. Feel yourself enter a dream, that you are settling yourself into comfort. Allow your body to fully relax and your mind to soften, knowing that this time is just for you. Gently close your eyes, if you haven't already, and take in a deep, soothing breath. Feel the air as it moves through your nose or mouth, cool and calming, filling your lungs like a wave, washing onto the shore. And then release it, letting that wave gently ebb back out to sea. That's right. Breathing in deeply and exhaling completely. Each breath is an invitation to let go. Breathing in relaxation and breathing out tension, letting go. Breathing in peace and breathing out anything that no longer serves you. Let your breath guide you deeper and deeper, carrying you toward a state of profound calm. Now, as you dream and drift, bring your awareness to the top of your head. Imagine a soft, warm glow there, a golden, comforting light. With each exhale, feel this light beginning to flow gently and effortlessly through your body. Allow it to move across your scalp, soothing and relaxing the muscles there. Let it soften your forehead, smoothing out any creases or tension. Feel your eyebrows release, your eyelids growing heavier and heavier. It's safe to let them rest. Now, the light flows to your cheeks and jaw. Notice if there's any tightness there, and with your next exhale, simply let it go. Let your jaw relax, your tongue rest gently in your mouth. That's it. Or ease and softness flowing through you now. This warm golden light now begins to flow down your neck, across your shoulders, melting away any tension you may have carried there. Feel your shoulders dropping, sinking down, becoming so loose and heavy, as though all the weight of the day is simply melting away. And with every exhale, you drift deeper into comfort, deeper into peace. The light moves down your arms now, relaxing the muscles as it flows, down past your elbows, into your wrists, and into your hands. Feel your fingers release, growing soft and still, as though they've forgotten how to hold on to anything. You don't need to hold on now. Letting go feels so easy, so natural. The light continues its gentle journey, now spreading into your chest. With every inhale, you feel it filling your lungs with soothing warmth. And as you exhale, it's as though your entire chest relaxes even further, deeper and deeper now. Feel this soft, golden glow move into your stomach, relaxing, loosening, letting go of anything that feels tight or knotted. And as your stomach relaxes, your entire body begins to feel even more at ease. The light flows down into your hips now, softening, releasing. Your legs grow heavy, so wonderfully heavy. As the light continues downward, it moves into your thighs, your knees, your calves, and finally into your ankles, your feet, and your toes. Every single part of your body is bathed in this warm, calming light. Every single part of you is relaxed, soft, and so wonderfully heavy, as though you are floating, weightless, on a cloud. You've let go of all tension. And as you've let go, you've created space within yourself for peace, for stillness, for rest. Now that you've let go, it's as though you've opened a door within yourself, a door to a beautiful, tranquil garden. This garden is your inner sanctuary, a place where only peace and beauty reside. In this garden, the sun is warm but gentle. The air is fresh and crisp, and there's a soft, inviting breeze that seems to whisper, "You are safe here. You are free here." And just as you've let go of tension in your body, you've also let go of the weight of the day, the weight of the past. There's nothing you need to carry with you now. No thoughts, no worries. You've set them all down, and you are free. As you drift even deeper, you feel yourself merging with this garden, becoming one with its peace. This is a place where only pleasant dreams exist, where your mind creates beautiful, uplifting images, where you feel light, joyful, and completely at ease. And you enter a dream where you find yourself walking through this garden now, perhaps noticing the soft grass beneath your feet or the vibrant colors of the flowers around you. Every step you take brings you deeper into this peaceful place. Every step brings you closer to the most restful, rejuvenating sleep you've ever known. And as you walk, you realize that letting go isn't an act of losing anything. It's simply making space for freedom. You've let go of the weight of control, of grasping, of holding on to things that no longer serve you. And in their place, you've invited ease, calm, and serenity. You know now that you are safe, that you are cared for, that you can simply surrender to this moment. There is nothing more to do, no thoughts to think, no burdens to bear. You are free to rest, free to sleep, free to dream of all that is light and wonderful. Each word I speak guides you deeper into this restful state. With every passing moment, your body becomes heavier, your mind quieter, and your soul lighter. Sleep is coming to you now, a deep, restorative sleep that will carry you through the night. When you dream, you will dream of beauty. Perhaps you'll return to this garden, or perhaps your dreams will take you somewhere new, somewhere equally peaceful and serene. And when you awaken in the morning, you'll feel refreshed, renewed, and free. Free from anything that ever weighed you down. For now, sleep welcomes you. Feel yourself sinking deeper into the softness beneath you, the warmth around you. You are held, safe, and supported. Rest well, dear one. Let go and sleep deeply. Sweet dreams await you.